to burn our pores. We need to get tan, you guys. And so we're going to let the Americans gawk at the Messiah, say their prayers, run up on pimping these fucking horseshit possums that, are would have you believe that they're mammals. Um, we're going to let them do their thing. So we had a heck of a live yesterday. Like a heck of a live. It was, you guys were pulling out, archives from Western Oregon 20 years ago. Like, from 20 years ago, it was really something to witness. Like, some of that stuff was as far as 22 years ago. Um, but yeah, we're going viral right now on Instagram. The name of the account is Abu Rashid. And so Abu Rashid is the name of the account, and it's going stupid viral today. And it's even on Facebook is going kind of a little bit like baby viral. It's going like baby viral on Facebook, but it's going stupid viral on Instagram. So Abu Rashid is the account, and damn it, bro, it is really going. It's really doing real numbers. But yeah, that's about it. So that's really about it. You let the vermin walk up to you so they can have a look. We do that for free just so we can go breathe oxygen outside, drink in the sun, so we have to sacrifice the fact that there's other, well, are they mammals or marsupials or rodents? What are they? But, we had, the feedback makes the lives brack, but we can monologue. We're out here getting drunk, and so we can monologue. So got to drink fast because the damn sun will make your beer hot. So, but yeah, we're going viral on Abu Rashid Instagram. So if you guys want to go to Abu Rashid Instagram and have a look, you can go have a look at all the traffic. So, it's a lot of traffic there, and so but we're trying to send this viral, and it's cool to go viral. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's cool to go viral. That's fun. Plain and simple. It is fun. Just the same way that, like, partying is fun, and talking to women is fun. Dunking a basketball is fun. And shit, yeah, it's fun to go viral. And so this is our first time this month actually going viral. July was the most prolific month in Jont's history. Most prolific month in Jont's history, July. So we just got to replicate it, and hopefully even double it, or even 1.5 it in July. We would say, in fact, honestly, even if we replicated it identically, we would be fine with that. We'd be fine with that. But the goal is we need 100 times it, and just be more viral than World Star. Because World Star, that's actually a good name, World Star. And so that's a good name because, damn it, that's a real page. And so that's a real type of person. And that's why they DM'd us, asking us to use our stuff. And that's why they unfollowed, because they got angry. So World Star got angry, and World Star got angry. Finest high school girl ever. To Southridge. She was a stunner. So that's really about it. We're trying to make it Brack go 100 times viral over, or go viral 100 times over. You know, being famous in public is wild, bro. This shit is wild, bro. Uh, yeah, that's really about it, man. Being viral and famous. All right, we got to generate revenue and be famous. It's a heck of a task, and so that's just what we got to do, though. So if it was easy, everyone would do it. My trash ass basketball coach said that to me. It was one of the only good things he ever did, and he said that. And at 16 years old, remembered it the rest of my life up until today. And it's true. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So we're getting drunk, getting tan. We had one of the best lives in history last night. And honestly, it's because of you guys. Because again, we can monologue. We're steadfast, right? We're always going to be, the Phoenix, the American Messiah, Real Nigga 5000, the Work Talker, East Beaverton, the Southridge God. We're always going to be that. But if a live really starts to Brack, starts busting off the hinges, that's because of the feedback, right? Because, God damn it, bro. That's just what it is. So right now we're sitting in the sunlight. We're getting our sun right to our fucking face. Because we're trying to get tan and burn our pores. We're trying to scald our pores, bro, to the point that, it's almost like disinfecting them. Because they're so, how do you say it? They're so little too big, right? And so they're too big. Oh, what's up? That kid is running around. Some kid just came by running around. That's so funny. Oh, what's up, little kid? So, yeah, man, that's really just about it. What were we talking about? Before that kid ran by and it interrupted my monologue. Not mad at the kid, but what were we talking about, bro? Oh, yeah. So Roblox. All right. First of all, Roblox, we're going to remember that name. Roblox Gonzo Gaming. I love your stuff. Stay amazing, bro. Now, here's the thing, man. First of all, thank you for being here, and the feedback makes the lives Brack. So we appreciate the people that are lurking or hating, but we also appreciate the subscribers that come in here and say accurate things. So, sometimes people walk up to us and be like, hey, like your hair. It's like, you mean love? Sometimes people say, hey, like what you're doing. And then we'll be like, you mean love? Like, the word is love, bro. And so thank you for being accurate when you say that. So appreciate the accuracy, right? Because some people try to undersell it and be like, well, really like, really like what you're doing, And so it's like, you mean love, bro? So thank you, Roblox Gonzo Gaming. We're gonna remember that name. That's a name we would remember if we've ever read it before. We would remember that. But that's the thing is, are you American by chance, or what region you in? Roblox Gonzo Gaming. Stay amazing. Yeah, that's our only option. And so Raging Wolf says getting drunk, getting tan. Thank you for the shout out. So what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Bro, you are looking defined. So what were we saying? We were saying, yeah, that's our only option, Roblox. Fucking phenomenal. Kicking ass. And so Roblox Gonzo Gaming into Raging Wolf says getting drunk and getting tan. Appreciate that shout out. Okay. A lot of people think because you're famous that, you forego the need for, basic human acknowledgement, right? Whether it's saying what's up to people, any other thing that you could think of that's basically humane. People think that famous people, that forgoes them. Well, bro, we are humane also. In fact, maybe even more so than a pedestrian. Famous people are more humane because we have to be, right? Or else people would, hang us up and it'd be bad, right? And so appreciate that shout out from Raging Wolf. Getting drunk, yes, check. Getting tan, check. And so Raging Wolf into Roblox, who says last night's stream. Oh yeah, bro, were you here? We would remember your name, man. Roblox, we would remember that name. Were you in the live? How would we forget that name? There was only 6 people here, man. But yeah, last night's stream is right. And so, last night's stream. Okay, you're in the Americas. What region did you do high school in? See, bro, thank you for that feedback. That's why we appreciate the feedback, because, bro, yeah, YouTube sends out the notifications after. Like, instead of sending notifications as it's happening, they send out this random notification after. It's like, bro, send the notification when it's happening. Yeah, so out of 5,000 people, you would think at least we could get 100 people in here. You would think. If they sent the notifications, 100 out of 5,000 would definitely pop in. Even if it's for 10 seconds, bro. But yeah, it's really something though. It's just something, we're going viral, but we got to deal with it. So yeah, appreciate the feedback, man, because bro, we're trying to go viral, bro, and we have to do it every day. We got to go viral every day. Like, it is that urgent, right? Going viral one time, whoop-de-whoop, okay, that's fun and games. That's just dandy. But you have to do it every goddamn day, bro. And so that's why, we try to get feedback, because, a lot of times, we'll say, hey, Roblox, what's the first John's footage you ever saw? And where'd you see it? Did you see it on a third party? or did you see it here, right? Was it on 4chan or Reddit or Tumblr? You know, where was it? Because we got to replicate it, bro. You know, was it a buddy? Was it a buddy that sent it to you? Because we have to replicate it, right? And the luxury of being, this kind of normal fame that we have, which is different than like a LeBron, right? So LeBron is like, that's a different level. But this like kind of regular fame that we have, which is like astronomically above any other level of pedestrian humanity. It's astronomically above that, but it's still below the type of fame that LeBron and Drake have because they have third parties pushing them, right? But to circle the wagon, the good part is that we know, maybe by name, we might know as many as legit 5% of our fans, right? 5%. Maybe, at least by name. Maybe not in person, right? But by name, like we remember names. So, that's the good part of that introductory fame, is that we can just ask you guys questions the same way as if you were, just my partner here in Beaverton running around the town, or a Facebook acquaintance or something. You feel? And so that's what it is, because God damn it, bro, we have to replicate the fame or the traffic, right? The fame is already self-replicating, but the traffic is something that we have to reintroduce every time we get out of bed. We have to, like a new side quest, we have to reintroduce the internet, right? So Roblox says, first saw you. Oh my gosh, bro, that is so recent. Here's what's funny. So when Jet Neptune was showing that little stream or endorsement, when he showed that endorsement or stream, bro, that footage was from literally 2019. That footage was from 7 years ago, which is so wild because that's how long he's been subscribing and watching, Now he just so happens to be famous, but that's how long him and Sam Hyde, okay? Him and Sam Hyde have been watching for that long. And, if they're gonna watch, they might as well endorse. Why are people afraid to just acknowledge, basic things that they do on the internet? Like if LeBron James does something, we'll post it. We'll repost it. If we met Inspector Deck from the Wu-Tang Clan and we posted it, right? Why are people like so secretly fanned out? And that includes Sam Hyde and, obviously we appreciate Jet Neptune more than Sam Hyde. But, they could acknowledge, they could do we appreciate Jet Neptune. But man, 7 years, he's been watching for 7 years and he just now said something. And then we reached out to acknowledge him. We were like, hey bro, we saw the damn endorsement, thank you. That shouldn't that in theory start an acquaintanceship? You would think, right? You would think a basic acknowledgement. But hey, thanks for listening, guys. That's a quick monologue. So, we say all that just to say that that's so recent, okay? Okay, Roblox. Again, we appreciate the feedback because, to say YouTube has been bad lately, bro, this is ridiculous. How is YouTube gonna send out 6 notifications from 5,000 subscribers? Like, they should be sending it out to new people. You would think if YouTube was on their damn stuff, that they would send the live to new potential subscribers, right? Instead of just, 0.01% of the existing subscribers, right? So thank you for that. He said lately, Roblox, that's funny. Now, here's the thing. Sam Hyde reached out to us back in 2020. And we were like, hey, bro, we know who you are. All of our subscribers drop your name every couple months. They're like, whoa, Sam Hyde. And we're like, what? How is that even relevant? And so we found out who he was through our subscribers. Okay. Now, fast forward to 2020. We're like, yeah, bro, we know who you are. What's up? What are you doing? He's like, yeah, man, we got to get you out to Providence, Rhode Island. I'm like, all right, bro, let's do it, And then, bro, he blocks. And so we're like, oh, okay. That's interesting. But on Twitter, he keeps getting suggested, right? So he gets suggested to us on Twitter, right? Because they just assume that we know him, and they're right. They're right. We do know him, right? And so,
Can we go back to the car?
yeah. So. Yeah, bro. So that's about it, really. But let's see what made us say that. Something squirrely just happened, so it made us kind of refocus. But like, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. So in 2020, he got at us, and we were like, yeah, bro, we know you, right? We've heard about you. And then he blocked, and then Twitter starts recommending him, maybe like last year or something. And so we're like, oh, we know you. Twitter, you're right. Twitter, you're so smart. We know him. And, he's viral. And so we're not mad at him, so we'll just type in, if he posts a video, we'll type in the feedback. Right? We'll be like, okay, whoop-de-whoop. He blocked us on Instagram like a homo. And, maybe that's when Jep Neptune was like, oh, there's Johns, whoop-de-whoop, okay. Yeah, from 7 years ago. So, but anyway, they've been watching for a while. They could have endorsed back in 2020, right? We could be good acquaintances right now. We could be regular acquaintances, but everyone wants to be so lurky on the internet and watch people from the shadows, right? And that includes Sam Hyde, man. As famous as he is, like, he wants to lurk in the shadows, right? And what's wild is some of our local guys are the ones that recommended him to us, and that's what's interesting, but. That's how it goes, though. But yeah, bro. Speaking of lurking, millennial parents love to walk toward us with their like millennial parents, like under the guise of being with their family, they like roll up on us to get a closer look. Like, oh my gosh, it's him. And we're like, oh gosh, yeah, okay, bro. You get a free look. But yeah, so we keep getting sidetracked because there's so many onlookers coming, you know, and they power walk towards us like fucking, you know, rodents or squirrels. Like they're just all powerfully walking towards us. So sometimes we do get sidetracked because it's a 5 or 6 foot rodent walking at you, you know, and you're like, you might look up and be like, oh, that's what that is. So, but anyway, yeah, back to, let's see, where'd we leave off at? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Sam's Hyde's famous, but he could have just acknowledged us publicly. Instead of lurking in the DMs, he's a dude reaching out to a dude in the DMs. You know, a dude he's obviously watched on the internet. Just acknowledge it. Everything's public that we post, you know, but he chose to block. And then, you know, once Twitter started sending us his stuff, because the internet knows what you watch or like or who you know or who watches you. And that, you know, that ignited Jeb Neptune. So we appreciate the endorsement. Here's the thing. If he endorsed us today, we would appreciate it. And we'd be like, hey, bruh, all right, thanks for unblocking. You know, appreciate the traffic, right? So, but let him do his thing. Providence, Rhode Island. You know, who knows how it even is out there in Providence? Like, how big of a town is that? So, but yeah, let him do his thing. His little right wing, let him do his right wing thing, you know, sensationalism, right wing sensationalism. And then we'll just be here in Beaverton, Oregon, like, you know, letting Americans gawk and stalk and pray to us in the fucking public, right? And so, same as, you know, last decade and a half. But hold on, let's get back to, we got off on a monologue there. Hold on one sec, guys. So, okay, so yeah, we would go on his little show. What type of show are you talking about? Are you talking about the fish tank, or is that a different show? Okay, Johns is right. AJ Shanahan, thank you for the shout out, man. Roblox, Shanahan, appreciate that damn shout out, bro. People act like famous people are just, you know, like an entity. Bro, famous people interact with humans also. It's like, you know, all the lurkers just getting free glances and trying to walk as close to you as possible to scrape your damn shirt like somebody's touching Jesus's robe. It's like, it gets old, right? Because for every one acknowledgement, there's like 400 vermin running up on you. It's like the ratio is that perverse. And so thank you, AJ Shanahan, for the humane shout out. You know, it's humane. People forget that famous people are human. People just really forget that. And so thank you, AJ Shanahan, yeah, Johnson's right. Damn Skippy it is. Jet disappeared. Oh, Roblox, damn. Well, bro, here's the thing. Okay. So Roblox, the reason they do that is the same way that locals lurk in our shadows here in Oregon, right? We got my own family lurks, and they have 1/4 of my DNA, but they're gonna lurk our Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube too. They're gonna just lurk, and they're actually related to me, and that's my family. So let alone fans, bro. You know. And let's be honest, Sam Hyde is a fan. You know, he blocked us out of sheer emotion. Okay, that was an emotional move from a 38-year-old dude from Providence, Rhode Island, man. When he blocked, it was emotion. It was male emotion, bro, which is that's pretty. It's a little sad, you know. Now he's famous. Okay, hope it works out. So, oh, wow. Oh, bro. So when he's doing those interviews, that's an actual show he has. Thought that was just a basic, like, little internet stint type spin-off thing. Okay, Glorious George. That's so funny. Well, yeah, why is he hiding? You know, that's so funny though. But so what's wild is that on his show, like he has brothers on his show, which is wild. Because how to well, we would go on there, so I guess can't, it's not that wild. But like, do they know what his footage is? Like, we would go on there and get our laugh on, right? We'd be like, oh yeah, this is funny, right? Because he's funny. Before he's sadistic, he's funny, right? But yeah, but yeah, man. Have we reached feedback? Okay, I appreciate the feedback, guys, because you know there's only so much stuff we can know and follow on the internet because it's infinite, right? So that's why, bro, like, really appreciate the feedback. Even just learning little tidbits like that, like the fact that he's got an interview show, right? Because yeah, we've seen him interview someone, but who knew that was even a show he had? Who even knew, right? Um, but yeah, interesting stuff, man. 7 o'clock West Coast American Standard Time, and yeah, we're out in Beaverton. The only good thing about Beaverton is that it's safe, and that is literally the only good thing. That's the only good thing, right? If you sit outside in Beaverton, it's safe. You know, now the weather in Oregon is good, the geography is good, but the people are lacking so badly. Like, so badly, bro. And right as, okay, some women just walked by. Dang, right as we said that, some women walked by, bro. Well, it's about fucking time. Okay. Glorious George. Yeah, that's funny. He's hiding, bro. And so that's how it goes, really. The strippers are light brown, too. Okay, Roblox. Okay, hold on, man. So you said, thought you just got here with Jep Neptune, because we dropped that slap, like, in 2022. So maybe you got here earlier. Because, like, we dropped that slap a while ago, bro. But yeah, the strippers in Beaverton are light brown. That's one of the only good parts about Beaverton, is the strip clubs, right? Because there's no regular venues that are clean. There's no clean-ass venue in Beaverton, unless you're talking about a strip club, right? Like, even the place we're at now, like the outdoor drinking spot that we're at now, is still riffraff. right? Like you got like just chubby marsupials rolling up to you. But oh, so you cycled through. Okay, okay. Yeah, so that's one of our main slaps, bro. We perform that. Um, we opened up for, speaking of Riff Raff, we opened up for Riff Raff. If you know who that is, he's a rapper from the 2000s. And he's stupid famous, bro. He might have 4 million followers on Instagram. Like he literally might have 4 million followers. Like he is so famous. If you got 4 million followers, you're like that's like the most famous, almost as famous as you can be. Like, but yeah, we opened up for him, and we actually got jumped after that show. It was 7-on-1. It was 7-on-1, bro. We got jumped, bro. We're lucky it got broken up because we could have got fucked up, bro. Like, but we posted about it on Instagram. Maybe here too. Maybe here, But we opened up for him, and then these guys from I think it's called Lebanon, Oregon, bro. 7-on-1, bro. It was wild. They got me from the sides and the back, bro. Like they rolled up from behind. I'm like, bro, if it takes 7 guys, you should be able to roll up from the front. Like, but that was a year ago, maybe almost exactly a year ago. Okay, now, okay, George, are you from Oregon? Because how do you know about Tiger if you're, who has said anything about Tiger? That means you're from Oregon if you say that. What region are you from to even type that? We have never mentioned, well, maybe we have, but yeah, it'd be hard for us to mention Tiger. Because we almost never go there. But yeah, bro. It was an ambush. And it was a year ago. And what's wild, Riff Raff was on stage when it was happening. That's what's wild. So if someone has footage of that, they might have been filming Riff Raff and then just looked over and then seen me getting ambushed, bro. But luckily it got broke up, man. Because that could have been really bad. But haters, bro. Just some haters. So that's the price of fame. Yeah, bro. And so, yeah, man. Wish George would respond because that's so random for him to say that about Tiger, right? Like, like who even would even think to type that in? That's so funny. But wish he would respond, man. That live yesterday was, bro. There was so much going on in that live. We're just out here getting trashed. Wish YouTube would send out the damn notifications, man. We got to decide if we want to get up in the sun or just stay where we're at, bro. Like, because we came here to get tan, bro. But yeah, man. Bro, are you from, what high school did you go to? You're from Oregon? Oh, bro, how did you find our footage? Like, what was it? A third party or was it a friend? Oh, bro. That's so funny when someone from Oregon just pops into the live. Like, that is so funny. Like, cause, bro, like, what's wild, if they're from Oregon, they could be interactive, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram. But no, you're bullshitting though about that. You think there's demons out there, bro? You are bullshitting right now. Yeah. Yeah, bro. But yeah, no, we got jumped. So we opened up, we got off the stage, had some drinks, and all of a sudden, man, some guy shouting at us from about 15 feet away. We get snuck, and then we get snuck again, and it was, after that, we got jumped. And so hopefully George is still here, bro, because he might be messing around. He might be joking right now, but because Beaverton and Tigard are actually very similar, right? They're two suburbs. In fact, they mix. They turn into each other, right? Like the Beaverton and Tigard are like, so that is so funny that it's so funny that he's name dropping Tigard though. That's the funny part, and we're not mad at it, but we do need an explanation. So, because oh, well, yeah. I mean, bro, they're so similar. Beaverton and Tigard are actually kind of similar, man. Like, it's very similar demographics, man. It's hard to even tell where Beaverton ends and Tigard begins. For that matter, same with Portland. It's hard to tell where Beaverton ends and Portland begins, right? It's just hard to recognize, but yeah, so at least there's starting to be females walking through. Yeah, we need some females to walk through. But now, George, what high school did you go to, man? Because if you know all this about Tigard and Beaverton, that means you're from here. So, yeah, man, get my drink on, get my tan on, and then we're gonna have to just stay here in the shade. Normally we would go find the sun, but it's 7:19 West Coast American Standard Times. It's only 20 more minutes of sun, so we'll let it ride out. But we're going viral on Instagram right now. So if you guys want to pop over there, Instagram busting off the hinges right now. Hopefully it stays like that. The stuff goes viral and then it just stops. Like, it's like, God forbid if it just stays viral. Like, God forbid, bro. But, that's good. Oh, shit. Okay, at least there's women here? At least there's women here now? God damn. But we're gonna see what happens, man. Just wish there would just See, we could deal with all the vermin if there was women walking around. We'd be like, oh shit, yeah, that's straight, you know, because obviously you could do almost anything if there's women around, but 45 minutes, 7:21 West Coast American Standard Time. We're just gonna stay in the shade. We would go out in the sun, but damn it, we walked here in the sun, sat in the sun. Now we're just gonna stay in the shade. It's okay. Uh, bro, bro, we tried TikTok, man. We tried. Bro, have never got more than 10,000 views. Like, what are we missing with TikTok? Bro, we tried. Like, multiple separate times. Like, we really showed effort. And it just never went, man. It was ridiculous. We deleted the app. We were like, let me delete this off. We got better memory storage. Storage purposes? It's like, golly, TikTok is trash, bro. And even when someone goes viral on TikTok, they have to come back to Instagram or YouTube to validate their fame, right? So, bro, we tried like multiple times. We have tried so many times on TikTok, and we just finally deleted the app. We were done, bro. We had one video get like 13,000 views, and that was the most, but and we got rid of it, bro. So, and see, that's the thing. So, anytime you're going viral, or anybody that is already famous, they have to do it on either Instagram or here, right? So, because you can go viral on TikTok, but it's so fleeting that you have to go validate it on Instagram. So it's like, why even leave Instagram in the first place, But now, YouTube, that's real fame. If you can be famous on YouTube, you're famous, right? Same with Instagram, right? But TikTok is trash, bro. Like, that's like, TikTok is trash. Almost glad, I was glad to delete it, bro. Was glad to delete TikTok off of my phone, bro. Like, it was wasting my bandwidth. Like, get it out of here, man. But anyway, live and learn, though. You only know if you try. Like, and so we tried and we failed at TikTok, but that's cool, right? Because it's trash. So we failed at something trash, That's like. So, Roblox Gaming, thank you for that. Thank you for validating what we already know. So, wish George would have stayed here. We needed to know more about why he was name-dropping Tigered. That was so funny. Bro, there's people here from the whole western half of the planet, and he's like, yeah, but Tigered. Like, that is so funny. As though it's like really different from Beaverton. Like, they are so similar. Like, but, oh man, that was funny. Roblox Gaming. We're gonna remember that name into George. Yep. All right. Wish George would respond. We want to know. We need to know what he's talking about, bruh, because that is so funny that he did that. But And see, here's the thing: if he's trolling, we're not mad at him. You know, people that troll, sometimes it's funny, right? And even haters, right? Sometimes people that hate, they end up like being funny. So it's like we're like, all right, fool, like bring us traffic with your hating, you know. And but yeah, man. So yeah, man, we went viral today on Instagram. It's called Abu Rashid, man. So we went viral on Instagram today. First time all month after what's it called? July. After July was the most prolific month in G John's folklore. We took like a little 10-day hiatus. We still tried to go viral during that hiatus, but like it finally hit today and it went viral. So got those views, man. Instagram, man, doing its thing, boy. So yeah, Instagram hated, they deactivated a bunch of our stuff, but what it did is when they deactivated all the mixed people's accounts, it made a vacuum, right? And then we already had the backup pages ready, and so with the backup pages we just posted, and then they went stupid, bro. So that's all it is, man. That is all it is, man. But 52 minutes, that's a good live. Yesterday was, bro, we went live it was almost 3 hours. We went live for almost 3 hours yesterday, sitting in this exact same spot, man. Just like, damn, bro. 3 hours of almost 3 hours of just answering feedback, getting drunk, and we might have got a little bit tan in the sun, but the sun goes down, and then we're like, okay, that's all it is. But otherwise, our phone might get too hot, so. Yeah, man, 53 minutes. The feedback makes the lives bright, guys. Monologues are fine. We can monologue for, 20 minutes at a time, but after that, the feedback is what makes it brag. And so, the vermin are leaving me alone today. And honestly think it's because there's people near me, so it's like it otherwise normally the vermin run up, right? And so and then we just have to deal with it, right? Because what are you gonna do? Fist fight someone that just runs up being horny? What are you gonna do? They're just horny, right? And it's annoying as fuck, right? But you just have to deal with it. It's the, how do you say, the price of fame. It's, let's be honest, the suburbs are better than being in, downtown Portland. Portland's so trash that. So is the price we pay for the suburbs, or for fame, or, for safety? We just got to let the quirky fucks be quirky. We have to let the vermin be vermin. Well, that's what it is, right? So Well, bro, we seen the highlights. Okay, so what makes you type that? Because we've obviously seen the highlights. But as far as sitting down and watching a show, maybe never watched a full show, but we see the highlights that they post, right? And they're good actors, right? They're good actors, and it's like they're making fun of Portland, but Portland is actually way worse than that. So the show Portlandia seems like a kind of happy-go-lucky type deal, but Portland is actually much more insidious than that. Portland is a hideous region of the planet. Okay, now they've turned it into a little humor, right? But it's actually a very bad place to be, right? The lack of humanity, the sadism and passive aggression that's every 20 minutes. You'll have a sadistic interaction every 20 minutes in Portland. Now it's non-violent. No one's gonna punch you in the face for the most part. No one's gonna steal your money for the most part. Again, that's for the most part. But the interactions that you're having with people are so bad. And whether it's the homeless person on the street, or whether it's the person taking your order at Chipotle, Portland is so bad. It is one of the worst places in my 2 decades of traveling. It is one of the worst places on the planet. One of the worst, right? There's worse, but Portland is one of the worst. Now, Beaverton's better than Portland, but barely. Like, Beaverton is only barely better than Portland. Like, all the fine women left Oregon after the pandemic. It has been the most hideous last 40 months, like, ever. Like, you walk around Oregon, if you see a fine girl in Oregon, it's like a glitch in the Matrix, man. It is so bad. Because, like, you can deal with anything if there's women walking around. But, like, there's just never any, bro. Alright, so Roblox, it was that. Yeah, it was that. But that was only part of it. That was part of it, right? So you got the LGBTQ, right? They took over, and so now Oregon is an LGBTQ safe haven, and bro, like, a fine girl is gonna go elsewhere, right? It's already an insidious place. Okay, it's already insidious. So then when you make it LGBTQ, then it just doubles up on the insidious, and it's just too much. So yeah, the riots. Yeah, of course, riots are bad. Of course, riots are bad. Yeah, but that was such a small percentage of why Portland became one of the worst places on the planet. One of, right? There's worse places, but one of the worst places on the planet. And what's wild, if all the fine women stayed, Portland would still be good. But the fine women left. They went to Vegas, Arizona. They went to the Republican states, right? Just because there's less rules, right? You know, they're already getting hounded and followed. You know, you think they need more rules? They just left. They literally left, bro. And this happened in 2021, man. But that's Oregon. That's Oregon folklore. It's G. John's folklore too, because we were here. You know. And honestly, we got to chalk it up as a loss. You know, because we've been here the whole time. 4 years. And what's wild is it actually influences our day-to-day, because we go to places. If there's 0 fine women in a 90-foot radius, then what's that do to the one marquee? Well, it turns our interactions up, right? Because, you know, instead of being spread thin, like, it gets concentrated, right? But anyway, we just need more fine women. Yeah, fine women just in Oregon. Goddamn, there used to be snow bunnies running around. Like, they'd be like walking around and getting drunk and partying. They would be around in the 2010s. They were around. Now they are gone. They are gone, bro. It's a different world, man. The pandemic dismantled Oregon, man. Like, again, you just have to be happy you can walk at night. That's the one thing about Oregon. You can walk alone at night. That's the one positive aspect of Oregon. Like, and is that even positive? Right? Because if it was dangerous, you would just stay in, right? But you're like, okay, well, we can walk there, right? So, it's good economically. We got Nike. That's okay. Forgot the economic part. We got Nike. Okay. Give ourselves a round of applause. We got Nike in Beaverton, right? So, fucking hideous. Oregon is so fucking trash, bro. Like, in a place with, like, there's 200 people here, right? In a public easement. Just want a 33-year-old fine woman to walk by. Like, that's the only thing we ask for, bro. Like, and it almost never happens. Like, shit's ridiculous, bro. Getting drunk, getting tan. 4 people here, 7:39 West Coast American Standard Time. And Roblox says that. So. Oh, AZ? What's the name of your town? Hold on, people say AZ is good. What's the name of your town, bro? AZ? People say that's active. What are you talking about, man? Bro, what is the name of your town in AZ? Okay, but to circle back to Portlandia, whoever made that show, they might be from Oregon, right? Who even knows, right? Are they LARPing as Oregon? Or are they actually people that are from Oregon? They might be LARPing, right? Because they did it too happily. So the show Portlandia is a very happy and upbeat show, whereas the state of Oregon is actually a sad and somber existence, right? With some slight highlights, like the Portland Trail Blazers. Obviously, you're talking to one of them right now, but it's like we got highlights in Oregon, but for the most part, it's a very somber and sad population. Right? So Portlandia was like the optimistic version of Oregon, when in reality, that's only 1% of the time. 1%. Like really 1%, honestly. Alright. So yeah, so Roblox, thank you for that feedback. The riots were bad, but that's a small fraction of what turned Oregon on its head. So yeah, it's kind of like, you know what? You're right. You're right about Target. Roblox, if you're still here, if you are still here, you're right about Target. Wow. Bro, that is one of the most accurate things we've ever read. That is one of the most accurate things we've read ever, because that's true. Target has it. But we got to know what you're talking about with AZ though, Roblox. Super Handles is right. Judas Handles. Dino. Something happened. Dino, you're right. Something happened, man. Shout out to Judas Handles. Shout out Judas Handles, bro. Judas Hildebrand, bro. Oh, man. Shout out to him, bro. Judas Hildebrand. But yeah, Dino, thank you for being here. Thank you for the feedback. Oh, you're talking economically then. When you say AZ is weak, you mean economically. Okay. Yeah, that. Oh. See, bro, buying a home, if that's your objective, bro, you're going to end up disappointed. Like, if you're a millennial trying to buy a home, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. So, from that standpoint, yeah. But you're right. You know how you say it's active, right? You know what, bro? Actually, we're trying to. Actually, that's one of our spots thinking about moving to. Honestly, but yeah, no, buying a house, of course, that's gonna have some roadblocks. That's gonna be tough, man. So it's just gonna be tough, but if you're in the West, if you're west of Salt Lake City, it's just going to be hard, man. So buying a house is, bro, first of all, who knows if it's worth it? Now, maybe it is. It might be. it might be worth it, but yeah. So yeah, you're talking economically, right? If you're talking about buying a house and okay. So that answers my question, right? Because I was like, "What? How is that even possible?" But yeah, that's all it is, bro. Yeah, 70-minute live. That's a long ass live, 70 minutes. But we're here hanging out, man. We're here hanging out, you guys. So we let the onlookers onlook and then find out what's bracking. So yeah, that's all it is, man. We're training our acuity right now, bro. Because there's so much fucking bullshit happening around us that yeah, you might have to have some money, yeah. You might have to have some money, yeah. So yeah. Sideways. Right there, 'cause you saw it. Sideways. hmm Here you go. Good live. Good live. 72 minutes is a good live. So going viral on Abu Rashid Instagram. So that's all it is, man. We just get it going. So 73 minutes. That's a heck of a live. We were live so long yesterday. We were live for so long yesterday because the feedback kept bracking. And so we just kind of we finished eventually, but the feedback just kept bracking. And so we were like, God damn. And then we were just, the weather, one good thing about Oregon is the weather. There's good weather. And so we just kind of were like, okay. So the vermin were way worse yesterday, but there were people next to us that it's almost like, this is so wild to say, but like, it's like, because there were people next to us, it's like the other vermin respected that, right? Because instead of one Messiah sitting, on a park bench by himself, and all the vermin have to run up because they're fucking, Germanic fucks. There was like a family next to us, and so like it's almost like people left us alone by proxy. But dang, a fine woman just walked by. Okay. It's about fucking time. Bro, that woman is probably about my age too, in her 40s. Wow. That is a fine fine woman. Oh my gosh. Uh, yeah, so we're out here. 75 minutes, still two people here. The feedback makes the lives bright. We just saw a woman that is probably in her 40s. She could be anywhere from 37 to probably 48. And she was just really well built. Like, she was fine. Fool. Like, only saw her body. Like, who even knows about her face? Her face was just normal, right? But, like, that was something, bro. What, when you see a fine woman in Oregon now, everything stops because there's so few of them, right? And god damn. Oh, we're never gonna see her again. Did she take off? Oh, did she take off? Damn. We're never gonna see her again. So that just, wow. Life comes at you fast. We thought she was gonna return back here. We would have waved at her. But like, that is something, bro. Yeah, man, 77 minutes, two people here. You know, obviously, well, 2 out of 5,000 is wild, but no, okay, yeah. Better than zero. At least YouTube exists, right? Because it could just cease to exist, and then we'd be like, oh man, fuck. You know, we need YouTube to exist. So, all right, we'll give it a little bit more time, see if any feedback rolls in. We'll answer it. The feedback was humping yesterday. That was wild, you guys. The type of feedback that we were getting was stuff that we were answering from like before G John's .bomb started in general. It was like stuff from 2006. Like even before that, honestly. But like that, it was just stuff from 22 years ago. And we were like, what the fuck? How did you know that we know that person? Or how'd you know we played against that person? Like, but wow. So that was last night. What a heck of a live. And we were pretty drunk. You know, I still remember everything, but damn it, we were drunk. So we gotta find more. That's wild. That woman that she was fine, bro. Her body, oh my gosh. That is something else, man. Now she's gone. Actually, that's a good idea. Roblox, that is a good idea. Go live, end it, and then just go live again 10 minutes later. That's a good idea. Oh shit. What if we had 100 people in here? That's a good idea. See, bro, that's why we need the feedback, man. Because the things that we would have never thought about, like, we need that damn shit, bro. Like, like probably every seventh or eighth person in the live has something that we need to be reminded of or would have thought about later, So, yeah, but yeah, I appreciate that. That's what we're gonna have to do, because like, this is ridiculous, bro. There's 5,000 subscribers, you guys. Like, legit 5,000 subscribers. The fact that they're withholding notifications, stuff that would help their own platform. It would help their own platform, but they do their own little bullshit. That's a good idea. So go live. We'll try that tomorrow. We'll probably try that tomorrow. Or we might be able to do it tonight too, right? Because we've already been live now. And so if we go, let's say we go get some more drinks, get something to eat, right? Then just go live again. Bro, that's a good ass idea. All right, we might try that tonight. Because, bro, we might get 100 subscribers that tune into the live. That could happen literally tonight. All right, wow, what a profound idea. Something so simple. You know what, bro? People say sometimes, in fact, Super Handles, Judas himself, Judas Handles, told me, Judas Hildebrand, who knows where he got it from, but he said that the main things are the plain things. And he's right. He was right. Whether he got that from somebody or... That's all it is, bro. So, going live, getting it going. God, why do white people cough so much? Why are white people always coughing? Like, God fucking damn it, bro. Like, is it just arousal? They get within 90 feet of you and they just cough out of sheer arousal. And they're always facing you. Like, they could cough with their back to you or to the side of you. They're always square to you, like making fucking eye contact. This shit is every fucking day, bro. Like, when does it, like... When something's biological, like something is like in their genome. But again, we got to check ourselves, because let's say that, let's say everyone's black. There'd be some dudes walking up to me asking me to use my phone. You know what I'm saying? It's like asking me to buy something from them, right? These fucking, Americans are just trash. If it's not one thing, it's another. You got the horny Germanics. If it's a brother, he's probably hungry. It's like, fuck, bro. Do people ever just live? Like, But we got the fucking. They're either sadistic or selfish. Sadistic, white, selfish, black, right? And it's all, you put them all in one state, it's like they go together. Black people and white people go together because they're deficient at separate things. So like, you know, the coughing white guy will hypothetically give, you know, like a hungry black dude some money, hypothetically speaking, right? So it's something. And what's wild is black people like asking white people for money, or for anything, for that matter. Like, so glad to be mixed. Like, that's like one thing. It's like, why do black people enjoy asking white people for things? And then white people enjoy giving it to them too, right? So it's like they scratch each other's back. But like, just, bro, thank goodness. Just appreciate being mixed for like little things like that, bro. Outside of the obvious things, you know, being mixed is probably the best. Obviously, DNA wise, it's probably the best, right? But like, there's little things that it's like, fuck. Thank goodness that's not me. Like, fuck. Like, god damn it, bro. The fact that like a white man sees me from 90 feet away and coughs because his arousal is so fucking high, he has to cough to jog his genome and homeostasis back to neutral. He has to jar himself back to neutral. But that's half of me. Like, they're half of me, right? So, you know, they're half of my genome is half of what theirs is, you know, and then half the other, you know. But why do they fucking cough so much? And why are they making eye contact, like square to you when they do it? There's got to be a white guy that can just answer that for me, right? Because from the outside looking in, it looks like basic arousal. They're so fucking horny that they cough, right? And they jar themselves back to, you know, a situation where they can operate, whether it's walking or talking or breathing or anything that requires basic humanity, right? But god damn it, bro, never fucking ending, bro, every goddamn day. But again, maybe that's our fault for being around too many white people, right? Oregon is literally 75% like that, and so that might just be too many, right? And then we're choosing to be here indirectly. We're indirectly choosing to be here. So, yeah, but yeah, YouTube tries to, whatever YouTube's doing, man. Roblox, thank you for that feedback. Because damn it, we're gonna try it. And so he said never heard anyone put it that way. So here's the thing. People are, so you might be talking about something specific, but if you're talking about what we said in general, maybe you're talking about something specific. But if you are talking about what we just said for the past, whatever, that little 10-minute slight monologue, if you are talking about that in general, the reason nobody has said that is because they're afraid. They're just afraid to say the truth. They're afraid of designating themselves, right? They're afraid of designating their own family. Like, so luckily for me, okay, my family's straight. Okay, my friends are straight. Okay, and then again, that's black and white, right? So black family straight, white family straight. Okay, that's actually very lucky for me, right? Now, black friends, questionable. White friends, questionable. Okay, and then their friends, that's where it's like, okay, all right, here we go. And again, it's Americans, right? You got horny people, you got hungry people, and then now they're adults, and they get to raise kids. But the reason you've never heard anyone just because people all know what we know. You're an Arizona American, okay? Right now, you're talking to an Oregon American, okay? People know what we know. We are 1,000 miles away from each other, but we know the same thing, okay? That means that someone 1,000 miles from you knows the same thing. Like, we're American, right? We all know the same thing. But the reason that you've never heard anyone admit it is because they would be they'd be designating themselves, their own deficiencies. They'd be designating their friends and family, their own deficiencies. And people are, who's willing to do that? Who's willing to, put their own family on blast or their own friends on blast? Who's willing to do that? There's too much to gain from just keeping your mouth shut. And so people do it. And so that's the reason you've never heard anyone say what you've just heard, And we might have to save the live just because we might have deleted it. Without you acknowledging that, we might have deleted this live. But we might have to keep it now, right? Because everyone knows what time it is. Everyone over the age of 12 knows what time it is, but who's willing to admit it? All right, it's either the people with nothing to lose or the people that are afraid of, nothing. And so, just so happens this is the American Messiah, so we can say that, right? And then we'll deal, if there's any backlash, we'll just deal with it, right? We'll just deal with it if there's backlash. So that's the price of fame. We have to deal with the backlash of things we say. So Roblox. But yeah, let's just be clear. We indirectly have chosen to live in Beaverton. Again, a place that is 75% white. And we acknowledge that obviously suburban, it's easier to live in the suburbs, right? And if this was 75% black, Mobile, Alabama, Memphis, Tennessee, St. Louis, Missouri, Newark, New Jersey, Gary, Indiana, we would have a different set of grievances, right? And honestly, it might be even slightly dangerous. And we understand that, right? If you want to say, hey, Johns, you're spoiled, you're from Beaverton, Oregon, then say that, right? Say, well, Johns, you're spoiled, right? You're from the suburbs. say that, right? Say we're spoiled, okay? Be honest about your diagnostic. Be honest when you're running a diagnostic about the Phoenix, G. Johns, the American Messiah, Real Nigga 5000, the Work Talker, East Beaverton, Southridge God. When you're running your diagnostic, go ahead and run it, right? But just be fucking honest. Okay, are we spoiled? Yeah. Yeah, we're spoiled. You know, middle class, suburban, that's spoiled. Okay. But the things we say are accurate. Okay? The things that we say are accurate and have been for decades on decades now. You know, we tell the truth. You know, it's a sincere guy kicking ass. And so, shoot, you just gave us a reason to save the live. We might have deleted it, bro, but good looking out, Roblox. So we'll probably go live later. Right now we're gonna get going. That's 8:12, 96-minute live. That's a good ass live. Appreciate everyone being here. You know, even though it might have been 10 people total, or maybe 20 if we're lucky, out of 5,000, we appreciate the subscribers, right? Because, you know, we're out here getting drunk and tan. You know, we're going live. Shit, it could be 0, let's be honest. But 5,000 subscribers. We're gonna go live later and see if people get the notification and then pop in. We're gonna try that. Roblox, thank you for that. Because we're gonna try that maybe even tonight. So, all right, guys, 97 minutes, 8:12, getting drunk, getting tan. We'll talk to everyone later. Let's read this last feedback. So, oh yeah, bro. Well, yeah, bro. Like it's been 12 years. So we started G. John Stop Bomb. Yeah, bro. All our days are the same. We grind. Every day's a side quest, and so all our days are the same. You know, it's a side quest. Wake up, do another side quest, get drunk. They're all side quests, right? So every day it's a grind. Every day is the same. So, but yeah, man. Appreciate the feedback. Roblox, we'll remember that name. He said in general. Yep, that's what we were talking about. So I'm gonna read this last feedback. Hold on. Yeah. Again. In general, yep. Yeah. But yeah, you know, one more time, again, just because, you know, we're going to save the live. You know, people say, you know, like you said, you know, never heard anyone put it that way. They could very easily. Lots of people graduate college. They can explain things as eloquently as anyone else, but they're afraid to, right? They got a good job. They got good, you know, they got friendly neighbors that are, you know, sadistic on the undertones, but on the up front, they're friendly, right? So they got their school buddies, right? They're afraid. And so, whereas we're like, oh fuck, you know, there's something we need to say. We just go ahead and say it. So, all right, guys.